Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time here, you're welcome to Sew with Carissa, and if you are a returning subscriber or viewer, thanks for sticking with me. So in today's video, we'll be making this trending coat dress for a 6-year-old girl. It's actually a double cone dress. I've seen it so many times on Instagram, and I just want to show my family how to make this trendy beautiful dress. So let's jump right into the video. So we'll be making use of a scuba fabric, the blue, yellow and the pink one. So first off, we'll fold our fabric into two, and then we'll take our half length measurement, which is 9 inches. Then we'll go down to the full length of the blouse, which is 15 inches plus 1 inch sewing allowance for the hemming allowance. Then we'll go to the back area, which is the back measurements, which is 8 inches. 8 inches divided by 2, that is 4 inches. We'll go down to the part of the blouse and also repeat the same process and add 3 inches for our A-line effect. Then for our armhole, we'll go down by 4.5 or 5 inches, it depends how wide you want the armhole, and then we'll use our pattern ruler to bring that out. And then the bust measurement is 20 inches. 20 divided by 4 is 5 inches with 1.5 sewing allowance. We'll put the same process down to the half length, and then we'll go to the down part of the dress and also replace the bust area measurement and also add our 3 inches, and then use our pattern ruler to join it from the armhole area down to the tip of the dress. So it's going to give us an A-line effect, just like so. Then we'll go to our armhole area and give it a nice curve for the armhole effect. So the next thing we're going to do is for our neck width, which is 2.5 inches, and our neck depth will also be 2.5 inches, and we'll take our pattern ruler to curve that out. So once we're done with that, the next thing we're going to do is to go down by the shoulder area with 1/2 inch to give it a slant by the shoulder part. So we'll take our scissors and trim that out. If you've watched my video up to this moment, that means you're enjoying my video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, and also drop a comment if you have any question. Thank you very much. So the next thing we're going to do is to trim that out perfectly. Now we're done with the front part of our blouse, and then we're going to fold our fabric into two again so that we can cut out the back part of our blouse. So we're just going to place the front part on that folded fabric, and then leave 1 inch for the zipper allowance, like so. That is what I'm doing. Then trim out the excesses. So we don't need to do too much, we just fold and trim out the excesses. So we're done folding the back part of the dress. So we're going to use our scissors to trim it out, like so. The next thing is to determine the neck depth for the back area, which is 1 inch depth. So we are using 2.5 for the width, and then 1 inch for the back depth, and then 2.5 inches for the front depth. So we're going to slit the zipper allowance open. So to determine where we're going to place our cone, we'll go to the base of the blouse, and then we're going to measure 1 inch. It depends how wide or how tiny you want your cone, or how you want the cone to be very big. You can do 2 inches, but I did 1.5 inches. So you can see I'm placing my tape rule and I'm measuring out. I measure out 1.5 inches. So I'm just going to do that for the front part, and I'll also replace the same process on the back part, like so. So I'm just going to do that round. I'm going to open up the blouse later, and then you're going to see what I'm doing. So now I've opened it up so you can see it clearly. I'm still going to continue with the 1.5 inch measurement. So I'm just going to do that till I get to the other part of the blouse. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to slit it open one by one, and this is how it looks like after placing my 1.5 inch. I've already ruled out from the half length to the length of the dress, and I'm going to replace the same process on the back part of the dress. I'm going to measure out the 1 inch sewing allowance, and then 1 inch zipper allowance, and from there I will also from the shoulder down to the base I will take the half length allowance. So for the cone parts, I'll be using my pattern paper to fold the cone. You're going to fold your pattern paper like so. You can also use your fabric if you don't have a pattern paper. You just fold the fabric into two like so. You fold it like when you want to fold 90-degree flare. So you're just going to fold it into two, and then from the tip of the folded area you're going to place your measurements, and then you measure out the length of the cone. So for the dress, we're going to place our tape rule from that half length, which is 9 inches, down to the tip of the dress. We have 6.5 inches plus 1 inch, that will make it 7 inches. So we're going to place 7 inches on the folded pattern paper, and then you're just going to trace it around like when you're cutting out a peplum flare, but you're going to fold your pattern paper or your fabric. So you're going to fold it to 90-degree. So once you're done tracing out the measurement, so the next thing we're going to do is just to get our scissors, and then we're going to trim that out. So once I'm done trimming that out, this is how it's going to look like. You can use it like this. It depends on how wide you want your cone, but for me I just slid that into two, so I'm just going to work with this. So this is how our cone is going to look like when we're done with placing it on the fabric. So we're going to place the pattern paper, that is the cone that we just trimmed out, and then we're going to place it on our fabric, and then we'll go ahead and cut out the cone. So yeah, as you can see, I'm done trimming out the cone, and this is how it looks like. You can trim as many as you want. I trimmed yellow and blue because my blue fabric was not enough, so I'll be placing the yellow cone at the back of the dress, so that is why it's not visible from the video. So this is how you're going to place your cone on that slitted area. So you're going to place your cone from the tip of the dress like so. If you know you can't place it correctly, you can also use your pin to secure it while you're doing that. So you take it to your sewing machine, and then you just sew it down like so. Then you flip it to the other side and also place the blouse on the other side of the cone, and then you also take that to your sewing machine, and then you sew it down as well. Then there you have your cone. Then you keep repeating the process. You pick another cone, start sewing from the tip down to the half length. So you can see this is the result of the one we just sewn now, and then you're going to repeat the same process to the others. So you take your cone, and then you just do the same thing, repeat the same process. So for the blouse, we're going to be cutting out a facing to turn in the neck area and also the armhole area. So this is what I'm doing. I'm going to place my fabric on another fabric like a lining, but I'm using doll face here. So you're just going to trim the neck area and then also the armhole area like so. So here we have the facing for the front blouse. We will repeat the same process for the back part of the blouse as well. So this is how it's going to be. You're going to take it to the sewing machine, sew it round by the neck area and also by the armhole area. So this is how it's going to look. This is my front facing, and that is my back facing. I'm going to take that to the sewing machine, join it by the shoulder, just like when you're joining the main fabric. So we're going to take it to the sewing machine and join the shoulder area. If you've watched my video up to this moment, that means you're enjoying the video. Please do not forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, also share, like, and also turn on your notification button so you can get notified when I upload new videos. And do not forget to drop your comments if you have any question. So here we are almost done with the neck. This is how it's going to look like. I'm going to give that a very good press, and I also repeat that same process on the main fabric by joining the fabric by the shoulder. And this is how it's going to look like once I'm done with it. So the next thing we're going to do is to place our facing on the main fabric like this, the right side facing the right side, and then you can use a pin to secure the neck area so that you can have accurate measurements when you're joining it. You take it to the sewing machine, join it by the neck area and then also the armhole area, and this is the result after joining it. And I've also turned it outside by flipping the lining, that's the facing, and I took it to the ironing table and I gave it a good press, and this is how it looks like. Now we are done with our neck area and our armhole area, and we are also done fixing our cones. So, and this is how it will look like. So you just look at the cone, you can see that I'm done fixing the cone. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to join it by the bust area. I'm going to take our bust measurement, which is 20 inches. That is 20 divided by 2 will be 10. So I'm going to remove, if you remember, I had I think we added 1.5 inches for the sewing allowance. So we're just going to remove that, and then we'll be left with 10 inches for our bust area, and we're just going to use our shock to trace that down by the side. So what you see me doing here is, after tracing the line with my shock, I'm trying to use my roller to divine the line very well and to make it visible as well. So you just place your pattern roller and then you trace it out. I've also used my pin to secure the fabric, so I'll also repeat the same process on the other side of the dress, and I'll take it to my sewing machine and I'll sew it to the half length. I'm not going to sew it to the tip of the dress, I'm just going to sew it to the half length because we still need to fix the cone by the side of the dress. On each side of the dress we need to fix a cone so we can have the cone all around the dress. So I'm going to take that to the sewing machine and I'm going to sew that. You can see how, so that is where you're going to stop the sewing, right there at the armhole area, at the half length area. And this is the results after sewing both sides, and then the other side is open. So I'm just going to take my cone and then I'm going to fix it there, and I'll take it to the sewing machine and give it a good press. Also at the back of the dress, after fixing my zip, I left the opening so to fix another cone there. So this is how I'm going to fix one cone here at the back of the dress and this other side of the dress. So I'm left with 3 cones to fix now by the 2 sides and also at the back of the dress. So for the skirt part, it's also going to be an A-line skirt. We're going to cut it like an A-line skirt. So I folded my fabric into 2, and the length of my skirt is 15 inches. I've also rolled that out and I've rolled out my starting point. So for my starting point, I'm going to measure the waist measurement, which is also 10 inches. So, and I'm going to add 1 inch or 1.5 inch sewing allowance. It depends on how many inches of allowance you want to add to your own. So I'm adding 1 inch, 1.5 inch I mean. So once I'm done with that, I'm also going to place that same measurement to the tip of the dress. So I'm going to place the same measurement to the tip of the dress, and I'm going to add 3 to 4 inches for the flare, and I'll come to the waistline, and I'm also going to trace it out as if I'm tracing out a line skirt, just like so. I've already removed 2 inches from the upper part of the dress for my band, so I'm just going to trace from my waistline down to the tip of the dress, and I'm going to have my A-line skirt. This is how it's going to look like once I'm done tracing it with the shock. And at the tip of the dress, I'm going to give it a little curve to give it that coffee effect. Once I'm done with that, I'm just going to trim that out. We don't need to do too much. We're just going to follow the same process for the cone. The same way we did for the dress is the same way we're also going to follow the same process for the cone. So we're just going to determine how long we want our cone to be. So we'll just trace that out, and then we'll repeat the same process for the back of the skirt. So I'm done with the front and the back of the skirt. So I'm trying to use my serrated scissors because to give it a lovely design, if you check the tip of the blouse and the skirt, you'll see that it's serrated. So I use that scissors that has a very zigzag tip. That is what I use to twist the bottom part of the skirt to give it like a design and not to be too plain. So we are done with the front and the back of the skirt, so we're going to open that up, and then from there we're going to determine the length of our cone. So from the tip of the skirt, I placed my tape rule and I measure out 7 inches. So that will be the length of our cone, 7 inches. So that is what you see me doing here. And once I'm done doing that, this is how it's going to be. I've fixed my cone for the skirt part, just like the way we did for the blouse part. So this is the front and this is the back part of the skirt. So what we're going to do, we're going to take it to the sewing machine and then we're going to join it by the side, just like the way we did for the blouse. You're going to join it till it gets to that half length where we started fixing our cone, and then we're going to stop there, and then we're going to get another cone, just like the way I'm using my hand to indicate where I'm going to stop sewing. So that is where we're going to stop sewing, and this is the extra cone that we're going to fix once we're done sewing. So we're just going to fix. I will repeat the same process on the other side of the skirt as well. Watch my video up to this moment. Please do not forget to subscribe. Please subscribe to my channel. Please also drop your comment. If you have any questions, please do not forget to drop your comment, engage with my post, and also like, share, and give me a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. So this is the band for the skirts, which is 3 inches, 2 inches for the band, and then 1 inch for the allowance to join it to the main skirt. So I'm trying to also use my scissors to trim the lower part of the band out, so that it can give you that lovely design when that zigzag effect when I join the band. And also to determine the length of the band, you're going to place your tape rule and measure around the waist of the skirt. You're going to take your measurement and measure around. So that will be what you will use. The measurement you get for measuring the skirt, the round waist, is what you're going to use to determine the length of your band. And once you're done with that, you cut out your band and then you fix it. And also for the elastic, you're going to be using the big elastic for the skirt. Please, if you've watched my video up to this moment, please subscribe, please like, share, and also drop a comment. You can also ask questions in the comments, and then I will respond to your question. So this is how we're going to join the band to the skirt. We're just going to place it from the outside. You place the part of the band, one part of the band. We're going to sew that band, and then you can do it from the inside, and you can join it from the inside, or you can also join it from the outside. I'm joining it from the inside so I can turn it outside, so that the zigzag effect can show once I'm done joining. So I'm just going to take that to the sewing machine, and then I'm going to join it around the waist area. So once we are done joining it, and this is how it's going to look like. So I'm going to turn it outside like so, and I'm going to measure out half of my waist measurement elastic, and I'm going to place it inside and join it around to form the elastic. To form the elastic band. So once I'm done with that, then we have our skirt. I'm going to show you the outcome once we're done fixing our elastic. So for the shoulder strap, we'll get a pink scuba fabric or a poly fabric, and the length for this fabric is 7 inches, and then there is another long strap. You can measure as long as you want the strap to be. So I have measured that out. As you can see, the short strap is 7 inches. We have an inch for joining, and then you take that to your sewing machine and will join it. Then you see the outcome after joining it. That is what we're going to strap on the shoulder. We'll just take it after joining it, bring it out, like turn it out, and then take it to the shoulder and attach it to the shoulder. And this is how it's going to look once you're attach it to your shoulder. As you can see, I've done the first one. So you're just going to fold the long strap like so. You can fold it anyhow you want it, but I'm folding mine like this, and after folding it, I'm just going to put it inside the available strap that I've made on the shoulder area, just like so. Then you can adjust it, or you can also tie it around the shoulder area. It depends on how you want it, and that is all you need to do. And this is how our skirt is going to look like after joining it, and also our blouse, and that is all you need to know. And this is how our dress is also going to look after. This is how you can make your double cone dress. If you've watched my video up to this moment, thank you for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe. See you in our next tutorial. Bye.